Testing, testing. This is how I look. We're gonna make guinea pig bonnets. This is my people-sized bonnet that I made the other day, but today we're gonna make guinea pig bonnets. Yeah. Okay, guys, come here. Come here, guys. Oh my God. Oh, gosh darn it, I can't even get you guys out for the video. Come on. Winifred. Ooh! Okay, sorry. So close, but so far. Ooh, baby food, baby food. So, my guinea pigs are really shy and they're not letting me take them out. Sometimes I can bribe them with some lettuce, but my girls like their house just like me and they don't like being forced outside, just like me. So, look at this. It's a Pride and Prejudice guinea pig book. It is Pride and Prejudice guinea pig version.
Pride and Prejudice.
This is a guinea pig version of Pride and Prejudice. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. This is guinea pig Mr. Darcy. Let's get to making some guinea pig bonnets. First, you'll need a base for your straw hat. I don't have any straw, so I'm going to use cardboard. Wait, no I'm not. That's too thick. I'm going to use watercolor paper, like so. Here's the watercolor paper. I think it'll be easier to bend into the shape I need, which is straw hat shaped paper. Yeah. And after that one single step, don't forget to apply your benzoyl peroxide cream because you have adult acne and you can't forget it. After that, you'll want to draw a line down the center of your paper. While editing, I realized I forgot to film the next step. So instead of redoing that whole clip, here's me making some vegan blueberry bagels. You'll want some yeast. Yeast. Flour is also pretty good to use when making bagels. Put your yeast in your flour. Put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Add blueberries so it looks like when you fell and scraped your knee on the pavement back in elementary school during recess. Then you leave it to rise for 100 years. Just kidding. An hour. Back to bonnets. Yes, I was doing TikToks, and yes, I forgot to film how I drew out the shapes for these bonnets. Yeah. Essentially, what I did was cut out 2 half circles with smaller circles, and then I did about 7 inches rectangle that I cut out at the top, and I folded the rectangle around the tiny circle, and then I bent and glued the large half moon around that. I used hot glue, so be careful with your little fingers because you might get burnt. I guesstimated the size of these little bonnets, but if you want to take some measuring tape to your little guinea pigs, go for it. Mine are too squirmy for that. I'm going to be using some yellow and gold paint to paint these little bonnets to a more straw-ish color because these, as you can tell, are not made out of straw, and bonnets were usually made out of straw. I just decided to paint the outside because I am going to cover the inside with fabric and lace and ribbon and all that good fluffy stuff. So yeah, just keep it easy on yourself. Just paint the outside and let it dry. At this point, I was already super excited with how they were turning out, even though I was barely finished yet. I was expecting it to take 3 or 4 tries to get the shape right, but I got it right on the first try. After I finished the base coat, I painted some gold flecks on top to give it shimmer. Then I set them outside to be all warm and toasty in the sunshine. I put my eyeballs on the fabric and cut out about the size that I needed to fill the inside of the bonnet. Winnie's getting a pink bonnet and Pooh is getting a deep red. So adorable! Again, the insides don't have to be perfect. Most of it's going to be hidden. I started the trimmings and I added lace. And more lace. And more ribbons. And more ribbons and lace. And so on. There's a lot of folding involved and there's a lot of lace involved. If you think you have enough lace, think again. Be careful with the hot glue gun. I know I burnt myself a ton. And remember, it's not a bonnet without some pretty flowers. I even went as far as finding tiny leaves to glue next to the flowers. For the other bonnet, I did the same thing, lots and lots of lace. I even found lace with gold on the tip since hers is red and gold themed. I put a little flower on the back of hers as well as a bow. And I put some little ribbon straps on the ends. And ta-da, this is how they came out. Oh no, don't forget your dough. Remember to take it out and poke it. And then you'll realize that your dough looks a lot like Emperor Palpatine. Put Emperor Palpatine in the oven and he'll come out looking like, kind of like bagels. Then you can finally have a tea party with your freshly bonneted guinea pigs. It doesn't matter if you give them kisses. They're going to be very upset with you, so you will have to give them plenty of treats after. And yes, they will scrutinize you for pretending to be Daphne Bridgerton. Who do you think you are, Mother? You're not Daphne Bridgerton. Give me some treats. They will also require chin rubs for putting up with your bull doo-doo. They will eventually get used to it and become little bonnet babes. And remember, if you can't get their bonnets to fit properly, just rest them on your bodies, because that's how you usually wear hats. And if you're concerned whether or not my pigs did get compensated for their work, well, here you go. I gave them some delicious green spinach and later I chopped up some fresh bell pepper for them. Winnie and Pooh are very shy, but once I do manage to get them out, they can be very sweet and loving. After I put my pigs back, I tried those vegan blueberry bagels, and let me tell ya, they were as hard as hockey pucks. I still ate them though. Waste not, want not. They had a very sourdough-like quality. You couldn't even taste the blueberries. I think I'll need a different recipe next time. I took my bonnet off and yes, I realized the ruler I was using as a busk was sticking out. Have a nice rest of your day. From Daphne Bridgerton.
The dude.